All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Joel, I'm loopy. I'm bullish and I'm loopy.
You ready? You ready for the 3-day weekend, Spencer?
I'm so bullish, you don't even know.
You gotta be bullish, man. What a start to the quarter here.
I know.
Holy mackerel.
I know.
Man, oh man, oh man. I'm glad I didn't go all cash as I had you for a second, Spencer. I saw you go like that, but Triple D knows me too well. Boy, same old story here. Are we going to close over 4,000 or not, folks? That's what we want to know. So. I didn't look at the SPY. Did the SPY? I just assumed I got the 400, right?
Yeah, we nicked it. We nicked it.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but who cares about the SPY? It's the SPOOs. And we just steadily added from the pre-market gains. We were trading up already, 15, 16 handles, had a little dip. I mean, we couldn't even touch the high from Thursday, which was 83.50. That's how bullish the street was today. Made an intraday low at 85. We hit 4004. I mean, I guess it's just because it's 4004. Really, there's no significance in that. I didn't even have that as my second target on the upside. That was 0650. We still have 28 minutes to do that, though. Currently trading right at the 4K level. Good day for crude. Crude bounces back here, up $2.13. It's just doing the old $60 dance here, right? Made a low of 58.86, and now still kind of in a trading range. Now that trading range has been expanded up to $62. Gold, people buying gold today, up $13.50 to $17.29.10. Look at that wall at $17.50, folks. That's what we got to get through for any kind of upside here. Silver knocking on the door of $25. It's trading up 42 cents at $24.95. And Bitcoin, quiet day for Bitcoin, a 1,500 point range. We're trading, let's just call it flat here, 59,350. But maybe we'll get some Bitcoin fireworks over the 3-day weekend, right? What are people going to do? They're going to gamble and they're going to trade Bitcoin.
Good call. We haven't talked about the 3-day weekend Bitcoin trick for a hot second, but yeah, we definitely observed that. It seemed like every single time there was a holiday weekend, Bitcoin went crazy during that weekend because nobody couldn't do anything else.
It has something to do, right? Something to do between Good Friday, Easter egg hunt on Sunday, right? But we'll see. But good day for the markets. Man, I see a little bit red here, not much. I did see someone saying about Triple D saying sell the rips, and I don't think he was saying sell the rip and everything. He's having a hard time with like that, this growth tech, and see if he can do. I mean, for the kind of days that Apple has had, it's having a red candle right there, right? That means it's actually, even though the SPOOs have journeyed up another 15-6 handles, Apple is in the red. From the open, it's still up 43 cents. Microsoft gets that huge AI contract. We didn't even talk about that.
No, we didn't.
Did you see the size of that? Is that right? $22 billion?
I mean, we're talking about government money here, so.
Yeah, I just gotta print it out, right?
Yeah, it's monopoly money, I thought.
Yeah, to fight our artificial wars, I guess.
Yeah.
Amazon, no, that's more near the high of the session. Google, we talked about Google. Is it finally breaking out of this trading range here? Let's see. Ooh, very close, very close. Look at all the time it spent between 2,000 and 2,100. But that thing would not go down after the earnings. That's a good performer. Facebook, that's been, a lower PE on Facebook, and that's been a real great performer. Rough start to the year for Facebook, but man, oh man, No signs of an institutional top yet, but we'll keep an eye on that. So lead me away, Spencer. We got 5 minutes here. We're going to bring on Mr. Friesen at 340.
Oh, wait, does he have the link?
I sent him the link. I didn't mess up on that. Yep. United to rehire hundreds of pilots as travel picks up. I know I saw that headline earlier. How is the reopening trade going? Not much. Kind of inside there in United Airlines, but back above those January levels in 2020. That's what we're keeping an eye on. So go ahead, Spence. I'll let you lead the way.
So basically, unless you own like infrastructure, which you're having a really good few weeks, unless you own that, you're up across the board today. But
yeah, and it's funny. And that was the other thing we did talk about. Both Triple D and I talked about. Oh man, look at this. I mean, why aren't we smarter than this? This is when the election was final. Do you know what U.S. Steel did on the day on November 24th? And I don't know when the election was final. I don't even know. Is it still final?
I mean,
do you know what it did on that day?
It probably went up.
How much do you think it went up?
See
that candle right there?
Oh wait, I'm not looking at the screen. I'm just going to guess. How much do I think U.S. Steel went up on whenever it was
on a percentage basis?
Yeah.
Don't look at the screen.
I don't know. Call it 5%? I don't know.
What do you call 11.56 to 14 and a quarter?
What's that?
That's a lot.
Was that 30%?
Yeah. Yep.
Jesus.
That was this day right here. That's when the smart money, the big money, said, "Hey, infrastructure play. That's what Biden's going to do." And then it just hung out a couple days after that. And then boom, here stock doubles. Hit that high yesterday, right? And then even like the Johnny come latelys come in here and like, "Hey, you hear about the infrastructure play? Yeah, let's go buy U.S. Steel." And they started buying U.S. Steel here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now they had the 4-day rally, and then yesterday they're like, "Okay, Biden's speaking today. Let's sell the news." So you buy the rumor and you sold the news. I mean, not a big, we'll see if it can recover here. What I noticed when I was writing up my article on this, the old yesterday's close, 26.17, lower open, you try to regain that close. Folks, if there's one thing you want to keep an eye on, when a stock sells off, actually had it had a red candle, even though it went from 26.31, hit 27.40, 25.33, still ended up in a red candle. When you have a lower open, doesn't want to go green on the session. No, sir, no. Went 26.03, 26.17 high. We've been as low as 24.51. So we'll see. We'll see if there's going to be some more profit. I mean, even that move in the last 4 or 5 days, 19 to 27. I mean, that's a lifetime move.
Yeah.
That issue.
I do just want to give myself a really quick pat on the back.
Sure.
I don't always make calls, but I did say don't chase Neo this morning.
I did
say that.
You know why, Spencer? You know why you said that?
No, tell me.
Because you learn from the best. You walked right into that one. And it did. I mean, these whole car things, you're not going to, I have full disclosure. I have a long position in Tesla, so I'm not dogging the whole industry, but that was a big pop. And that's this is your regular session. So if you were chasing that thing, you were buying this off the open, you found out pretty quickly that was a bad idea. Let's say you didn't short the open, went to 42.06. When it comes back down through that open, boom, that's almost a heatless trade. Let me add the after hours here and see if we got anywhere near the after hours high. But definitely good call on that one, Spencer. Oh, look at that. The pre-market high. This is the transition candle here, folks, from the pre-market right here, the fuchsia or whatever, to where the red and green candles start. That translates into your regular session. One thing I like to preach is, are you keeping an eye on the pre-market high? Are you looking for follow through on that? Yeah. Never even got it today. It was just over 42. And let's see, another one that Triple D was tempted to sell the rip on was Marvel. And we talked about 50. Where'd he get to this one? 50 right on the kisser. Maybe some size there. Backed off. Still going to have a green day, though. So good day for Marvel Technologies. Did hit some resistance at 50. That matches this high. Maybe next time we go through 50, 2 or 3 times, knock it on the door, take it out. Maybe there's a little bit of size. A little bit. So, hey, that's my target. That's 50. I'm getting out. I don't care what the rest of the market does. So looking at $50 in Marvel.
All right, we'll get to this one question from chat, and then we'll bring Rob on. Then we'll do some more questions after Rob. But RIG is being very persistent here. He's asking about eHealth, EHTH. He's looking for it to fill that gap, but he's wondering, Joel, if a decrease in volume could affect a potential gap fill.
Wow. I wouldn't go the volume factor so much. No. I mean, today, let's look at the volume here. But I could see, like, if you were picking, I mean, that's a good trade. I mean, that was like the panic low. Get me out under $15. I got to sell. Margin call. I'm out. Never breached that low. This is kind of a lower volume stock, so it's a good point. You're kind of running out. Maybe you're running out of buyers here. Still got a little ways to go to the gap. First of all, I would check to see when there's earnings on this thing, right? Well, that's a catalyst, right? And then also, I would, it looks like we're closing strong here, right? The high 74.05, last is 73.94, so that bodes well for it. I would I wouldn't worry about the volume as much as I would worry about 71. The last 3 lows between 70.91 and 71.37. So if you want to get, if you want to be a little worry, and you're $3 away from that. Now you never know what could cap it, hop in with a gap. But if you're worried about watching a level and selling it on weakness, not waiting for that gap fill, then look at that 71 level. And one other thing for you, I don't know. I never look at this stock, and I never look at. Oh yeah, Is this the Muddy Waters Day, Spencer?
Wait,
is that the Muddy Waters Day? Because someone said this is a Muddy Waters.
Tell me what day. I'll
tell you. This is interesting. Muddy. He got dirty on this one. January 29th.
No, that was an earnings day.
Earnings day.
Yeah.
So one other note. Now, I doubt the based on the little volume that you're seeing here in the stock, there's probably not much of an options market. But if you could sell 74 call or something, I mean, you're not going to get that kind of juice on that. The gap fills the 78.03. If you could find a call, that has some juice in it, then you can get your exit price. Of course, if it goes below the premium that you collected, you end up a loser anyways. So I hope, Cameron, that was enough for you. I don't know. I haven't seen you around before, but welcome to At the Close Show. I hope I answered your question for you.
All right, let's bring on Rob Friesen here, as we do at the usually on Fridays, but obviously
Friday.
Today,
it's a synthetic Friday.
Right. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
I just kind of brought it going on. How are we doing?
Not too bad.
How did the week treat you?
Wasn't too bad. We had talked on Joel's show on Sunday about
your show too, Rob. Stock odds for dummies.
Yeah, but it's your show. I don't know how to do all these fancy show things, and I gotta learn some of your.
If you've tuned in sometimes, neither do I know how to operate all that technology.
Yeah, but there's a whole lingo I gotta learn. I mean, it's like, you've got the show lingo. I don't know.
Okay, well, let me know if
I'm boring. I'm just boring. Boring is beautiful.
You're just boring, but you just you're printing over there, and you have your methodology. But you know what, Rob, you or anybody, if I use a term that you don't know, just interrupt me and put it in the chat, because I don't want a term. So we had the seasonality. Wow, what a start to the quarter, huh? You had the start of the quarter with coinciding with the first day of the month. So there's a couple of seasonal factors for you, huh?
Well, yeah, like normally, March is a little bit softer, but I think because we had a good correction in front of it, and that's always one thing you wait for. Like give you an example.
Sure.
If you really believe in the turn of the month effect, which is due to institutional activity and net capital computations and how mutual funds behave, how hedge funds behave. If you believe in the turn of the month effect, also related to payroll deposits, 401k money, all kinds of stuff, then you're looking for a pullback, on the day before the first day of the month, right? Which we had an up day yesterday, which we didn't. We got a little bit of a pullback right at the end of the day in that last 10 minutes.
What a head fake
and that's about the dip that you got yesterday. But then coming into today, the turn of the month effect is that the first day of the month is usually much better as far as the days of the month go. So last day of the month, generally you're looking for a bit of a pullback if you want to take overnight positions into the first day of the month. So that was your chance yesterday. But you're also looking for a dip before the 5-day window starts, which is the last 3 days of the month and the first 2 of the new month. So some people also look at the last 5 days of the month. And so we kind of got that as well. So Wednesday last week, we had our dip. And then Thursday was an up day, Friday was an up day, and it continued on all the way to today. So we've had a really good seasonality, a little bit better than expected for March. And this is what professionals do. I mean, they look at seasonal things, and we're kind of very similar to what happened last year on the first day of the month of April. We saw the same sort of follow through and bullish tendency. And IWM, the Russell 2000, slightly outperforming the SPY, which is what was projected for seasonality, and we saw that come through as well. So there you have it.
All right, so that kind of puts a bow on. So strong day to start the month, right? Right. Yeah,
and so here's the question. Is everything that was sort of being fearfully discounted, in March as we got through some of those rough days, is that back in favor again to the same extent? I think it's partially back in favor, and I think there might actually be a little bit better blend going forward of some of the value propositions, some of the growth. I think that some of the excesses have come in a bit on some of these tech stocks. So it might be more balanced and I think broader overall than it has been. I mean, you hate an environment where, for a couple of years, just it's all about the fangs. Yeah. So at least we've had that sort of reined in a little bit and maybe a broader market thing. So I'll be really watching the breadth of the market, and I'll be looking for, more of a cross section of the S&P 500, of the S&P 1500, and even the Russell 2000, more of a cross section. And really what I want is I just want every day, stocks that are just favored to outperform against the ones that are favored to underperform. So if I can take some of the directional aspect out of the market and just be long, a basket of stocks that are, favored to outperform, and short ones that are, essentially supposed to underperform. I mean, what better methodology could you have than that? Now, it does take more capital, mind you, so I understand that.
Someone mentioned that they were interviewing with you today. Did you get to do that?
One of our guys interviewed a few traders today. So we've actually had, I mean, we're Bright Trading's not like Robinhood. We just can't take somebody.
Yeah, come on. Why not?
I guess I shouldn't mention other names, but
holy cow!
This segment was sponsored by Webull. No,
the thing is though, that, I mean, you have to do an exam and all this stuff to get in the door. So it takes a long time to join Bright Trading. It's not like something you just snap your fingers and you're in the door, right? So
Bob doesn't, Bob's a little bit, he's a little.
It's a regulatory thing. I mean, we have to have. So
all right, I just want to ask you just about one sector here
sure.
Before I let you go. And how about this run up in steel? How about this run up in U.S. steel?
Isn't that part of the infrastructure thing?
You got it, baby.
Are we surprised? But the thing is, people have to sit through a little bit of the volatility in this space too, because it's not going to roll out, tomorrow. I mean, this is a longer play for infrastructure. But institutionally, I think they would buy the down days in some of these names.
Okay. All right. Rob Friesen, Bright Trading, Stock Odds, and he's going to join me. We're going to do an Easter Sunday show. No show tomorrow. I'm giving Spencer the day off. We're going to do an Easter Sunday show, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll tweet that out for everyone to get in, and we'll set up the trading week. Thank you, Roberto. Great input as usual. Have a good Friday. Happy Easter. I hope. I know you won't be going to any of the Easter egg hunts because you're in a lockdown in Vancouver. So enjoy your family, and we'll be chatting with you over the weekend.
All right, great. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.
Okay, while we were chatting with Mr. Friesen, the S&P snuck up and made the old new high. We had a high at 04. They snuck up to 05.25, inching toward target number 2 at 4006.50. Mr. Isreal, you still there?
I'm here. I'm trying to compile tickers from chat for us to look at here.
Don't you love Triple D from the day? He says, okay. Like I talk too long about a stock, then he's like 30 seconds a ticker, right? And then a ticker comes up and he talks about it for a minute. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I've noticed variations of that on occasion. 30 seconds is hard for you guys, both.
Well, he lays down the laws, so okay. Yeah. Let's get going here.
All right. Here's a question from Cal C. Oh,
hey, you know what you can do right now for me? You can ban James Mann because he just put UCLA in there to try and get my goat. And you know what? You know what that gets you, James? That gets you two things. That gets you two things. One, it gets you banned, and two, Gonzaga is gonna beat you guys by 40. Yeah. Okay, so you're banned. You don't get to listen to any show anymore, and UCLA is going to get mopped. So there you go. There you go. Adam, he's gone.
Okay. We had a question from Calicy about Brunswick, BC. Let's look at
balls.
No.
They make bowling balls.
Oh wait, I guess it's the same company, right?
Yeah, it's boats too. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Same company. We haven't looked at this chart in a very, very, very long time. So. Yeah.
So I am wearing a Mizzou shirt because my niece went to Missouri. I've diversified my wardrobe. What?
BC.
BC?
Yeah.
Let's see. Knocking on the door. I mean, 76. You got to get rid of that seller at 76. Look at that. 3 highs right there. It's sticking out like a sore thumb. If you have New York open book, take a look. There's someone lurking there. 3 highs between 75.99, 76 and a quarter. They're looking for an average exit price of 76. They didn't get done today. They'll probably eventually get done.
All right. What else we got here? I saw somebody, I can't find the comment now. I wish I could, ask about BABA. I think, if this was you, please repeat it, but I think they had asked about rotating out of BABA into like a PDD, a Pinduoduo. I think I got the question, but I can't find the exact comment. So if I butchered that question,
man, I tell you that's a little bit out as far as the rotation, out of BABA in the pin. I mean, BABA's just not getting off the mat. I mean,
wait, hold on. Chat's saying that we looked at the wrong stock just now. Is that what happened? I was too busy looking at chat. They're saying you looked at BX, not BC.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch that.
Oh man, my dislike. Well, there's big resistance in BX at 76. 2 for the price of 1.
There you go.
Kind of similar. I mean, you're getting off the mat here. You got, those highs are really not that close to each other. Boom, boom, boom. 98. Let's see. I'll just go with the high close of the rebound here. And that's been 97.23. You struggle with that a couple days. So I wouldn't worry so much about what the highs of the move are, but I'd get a little bit more concerned if we don't get over and close above 97.23. Good day to day. This thing bounces around pretty good. Low volume. We just hit that target there at 0650. So that's important. But one other thing for Brunswick Corp, I can't believe I did the wrong thing here. Brunswick, if you want to be a little bit more bullish, that 98 too. Oh, that's at the 50% retracement area too of this move. So tough level. Someone take it off here. So there you go. Resistance coincided with the 50%. I like that. That's a really good number for you.
What about Morgan Stanley? It's not often that like investment banks get a lot of good press, but I feel like this week with the family office blow up that hurt Credit Suisse and Nomura, the desks over at Goldman and Morgan and Deutsche Bank were all like way ahead of the curve there, and they got a lot of good press how they were like ahead of the curve and didn't let this thing hurt them.
No comment on that.
Okay.
No, I'll comment on Morgan. I'm just not going to comment on that whole banking situation. Boom. I mean, it did get tarred feathered a little bit, but I mean, look at this run this thing had in February, 68 to 86 and change. So once again, 86 you want to see this thing get back 81 and a half, 82. Major resistance at 82, right? So kick back half of that move. You don't want to see it lose 76. That was the low that you had on Monday. Still kind of the fallout. You got some lows here. So 76 to 81. I'd be bouncing around there a couple days.
Cupcakes Master wants to know about Snapchat. Cupcakes Master.
Oh my lord! What? That's new. Are these some of the stragglers from your show or something? I don't even know that. I mean, I know James Santangelo. Oh. James. I knew a guy from high school named Tom Petrangelo. I don't know if you guys are married. Are you guys related?
They're distant cousins or third cousins once removed. Petrangelo and Santangelo. It's close enough.
Oh. All right. Snap. Big move. See, it's just not going to be so easy going up the second time here. And the thing that concerns me a little bit about this is you had the big rally and you had the break, right? Then you had the break and then you had another break. So what I would think, wow, Spoo's blasting off here. We just hit 0809. Whoa, say goodbye to 4,000. So, man, the fact that you had to blow off top, you break, then you made lower highs, right? A solid lower high. Then you made a new low of the move. Maybe you're going to get one of these dipsy doodles. You go up to, 57, 58, and then another leg down. So, first red candle, red monthly bar. You can't ignore that. Haven't had one of those since here. So, I'm a little. This is just out of favor. What's the P on this one? I don't want to speak to 1050, 40, 1050. Holy macro. 4,000, 1050. Wow, we're going to be at 5,000 before you know it.
Forward P of like 14. It's reasonable.
That's not bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at Morgan Stanley. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is higher.
Yeah. Okay, it's much higher. That's not even in the same ballpark. I was looking at banks, and for Snapchat, that would be a very affordable multiple.
Yeah.
But no, they're forward PE. Load for me here. It's in the 400s. So I mean, it's
400. Enough said there. I just want to mention Rocket here, and we have talked so many times on this show that owners and CEOs and big shareholders in the company sell stock for a lot of different reasons. It doesn't mean that they think the stock is going down or they're bearish on the prospects. Mr. Gilbert, a very generous man, one of the biggest philanthropists you're ever going to meet, donated $500 million to the city of Detroit. Mayor Dugan, I hope you use that correctly. But how much was the stock sale worth, Spencer?
Wait, can I actually show you here? So this is the actual Form 4 filing. in the Edgar database. It's in Benzinga Pro. You scroll down. I went through this after our show this morning, Joel. That third row there, right? That the code S for sell. Sold a little over 20 million shares. There's your average price, $24.75. So what's $24.75 times a little over 20 million there? It's about $500 million, which is, coincidentally, if you scroll down lower in the filing, and it says exactly what they're for. Item number 6 here. These shares, the investor will use the portion of the proceeds to fund the previously announced $500 million commitment to Detroit neighborhoods. So there you go. Big sell, but not always what it seems.
For a good cause. All right.
Wait, what just happened there? Wow, look at that at the close. Okay. Week just closed at 400. Congratulations.
We just pushed it through. Yep. Going into the close. Strong day. Wow. Closing on the highs. Great start to the quarter. That's it, folks. That's how we're going to wrap it today.
Wait, did you just see this from like a few minutes ago? I did not see this till just now. Did you see
I don't know, Spencer. I'm doing a show. I didn't see it. What?
Juwan Howard to UNC. Did you see that?
Nice job. Nice try. Spencer. Nice try.
Spencer. Do not say I didn't have you, because I did have you.
You did not have me, because I saw Roy Williams resigned and I knew. All right. And there was, you know what? He is never leaving Michigan, but it was a good try. Yeah. If you would have said the NBA, then you might have gotten me. But I love you, Spencer. That was great. All right.